here because you want to further your business along and get up here one day. But it's going to take working on your influence, focusing on, I can do anything, I can't do everything, and having the mentality of the law of victory is all I do is win, 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 and then develop these beliefs. And when you do that, amazing things can happen for your business. I want to jump around here and just, kind of popcorn this. We got a lot of people on the stage, so I'm going to hold the microphones, because sometimes, like, when you get to ambassador, like, you really want to share everything, right? But I'm going to hold the microphone just so we can kind of pop real quick. Tell everybody your name, where you're from, and just something about how your belief grew, whatever the word is. It doesn't matter. Hey, I'm a college dropout. Anybody can do this business. Thank goodness. But here's the great thing. The average income that you're going to hear from our queen, Pam Sauer, here in a little bit of Ambassador Diamond, like, it's a lot. I'm going to tell you what Pam will talk about, but it's a lot. But you had to develop that belief. So just your name, where you're from, and just a moment about how you were able to gain more belief, whether it's in the company, products, direct sales, or yourself.
Okay, my name is Sherry Lynn Alcala, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. And this kind of goes with my belief and an aha moment, but at the It Works U in Dallas, I remember just sitting there and actually hearing a lot of the ambassadors talk on stage, and it was then that I'm like, you know what? 1 year ago, I was at the It Works U in Dallas as a double diamond, had only been in the business a couple months, and now I'm sitting here with an Ambassador Diamond, and I'm hearing all their stories, and it was kind of then where I realized, you know what? If you believe you can do it, I always tell my team, dream it, believe it, go for it, work for it, pray for it, you can do it, and so that was kind of one thing where I realized, man, if you believe in yourself, God believes in you, don't put limits on yourself, you can do this thing.
I like that. So, how many double diamonds in the room right now? Double diamonds, stand up. Let's see all the double diamonds. Could be you next year, right here. I love it. All right, here we go.
Christina Watts from Phoenix, Arizona. I believed when I quit my job as a Phoenix police dispatcher and did not have to go back when they said, I can't wait to see her back here when she fails. So that was when I started believing, and now I'm taking my team to their babies. So I'm calling her, and that's about it.
Love it. I love it. Give it up for Christina.
I'm Drew Mahart from Scottsdale, Arizona, Ambassador Diamond. I think my belief was when we hit triple our very first year in 5 months, and I'm in Mark Pentecost's backyard, talking about business, talking about life, getting to know a corporate team, and I'm like, I can't believe we're a part of this awesome company and all these leaders.
I like that. Danielle Mahar.
I'm Danielle Mahar from Scottsdale, Arizona. I think the belief is when you come to events like this, and you're on the stage, and you hear your story, you see a hot mess like Danielle Mahar up there, and you're like thinking, if she can do this, or something else,
you can do this.
Absolutely. So it's the events, and then you get to know the people, and I love, you might talk about it, the conversations after the party, rubbing shoulders with the ambassadors, the black diamonds, the triples, whomever, the VIPs, and getting to know them on a more personal level. Light bulbs go on, your heart grows, and it's amazing. So
give it up for Danielle. We got Michael and Susan Wade from Tennessee.
I was 260 pounds last year. I put these products to the test just weighing at 195. So,
I love that.
In high school, I always was trying to be someone else, and I thought that was what was going to make me popular, is be what I thought everybody wanted me to be. And through almost 4 years in this company, I'm able to stand up here. I have numerous friends. I'm able to be myself. And if you're looking up here thinking you have to be a certain body type, a certain color, whatever, you be yourself, and you will get here in 1 year. You will.
I like that. If there's any other ambassadors in the room, I'd like you to join us on the stage as well. Any other ambassadors in the room? I called January, February, but if there's any others, please join us up here. All right, go ahead.
Jay Young, United States Security from South Dakota. My belief came in...
South Dakota? He's from South Dakota, coming down to Phoenix to see y'all. I like that.
I would say just watching her just put, from the company, just making our dream boards together, and actually not just making the dream board, but actually taking action from the dream board, and just watching her grow. I mean, it just kind of inspired me to let me know that if she can just take action from what she put up to the universe, we're not going to do the same.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Here we go. Ambassador.
Hey, my name is Brianne Britness. This is my husband Scott, and we're from Kansas City, Missouri. I will tell you that my belief is renewed all of the time through watching my team. And yes, we have been able to do so many incredible things, but by watching my team grow and to be able to accomplish those things also, we all know that this is you feel high one day, you feel medium one day, it's a roller coaster, but by watching that and letting my team refresh me every single day, that's what keeps us going, and that's what keeps our belief really high.
I would say rewiring last May for me, and seeing the look on her face when Ambassador hit the screen. So
That's awesome.
So when I joined, I was Shannon Watkins from Oklahoma, and I did not believe in myself at all. I was really beat down, but I found someone that believed in me, and they poured that belief into me, and then I found people I could believe in, and it just kept growing from there.
I love that. Today, the person sitting next to you, you don't know what kind of relationship or friendship you're going to have with them, a year down the road, 2 years down the road. You may find your accountability buddy right here in Phoenix today, so that's awesome. How you doing?
I'm Amanda McGee from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and my first check was $23, and I wanted to afford formula for my daughter, and I did with $23, and my upline told me if you want to make more money, talk to more people, and so my dreams got bigger. I wanted to pay our cell phone bill. My next check was $300, and I paid it for 2 months.
Wow, that's awesome. Maybe you guys scoot down just a little bit, make a little more room here. I'm going to have you guys step up just a little bit so I can see you a little bit.
Hi, I'm Barbara Bozer from Los Angeles, California.
It was 2 years before I really started working this business, and I made a decision that day to do this, and I changed my mindset, and that is what really grew my belief. So put on a good mind every single morning and just do this.
I like that.
And I'm Josh Parker from Utah. One of the biggest moments that made me really believe in this company and just myself was, like most of us, we don't believe in ourselves, but I sat clear in the back at an event, and I thought there's too many people, I'll never make it. And I only had that thought for about 2.5 seconds. And then I thought, why not me? If she can do it, I can do it. And in that moment, I saw myself on stage. I saw myself as a top earner. And I saw myself as my best friend every single day. And Time Hop today reminded me that 3 years ago we retired him.
I'd say consistency will build belief. We are consistently wrapping people, seeing their results, seeing their excitement, and that builds our belief in the products, all the results of the products. We're consistently coming to these events, spending time with like-minded people and building our vision and building our dreams even bigger, which builds our belief. Consistently spending time with our teams, consistently opening our business on Facebook, on social media every single day. Consistency in this business will build your belief.
The belief is built by doing.
This is Kim Touchton from Kentucky.
I'm a Marine. I usually follow the rules. Sorry. Belief is built by doing. I was so excited because when we first get started in this business, the only way that you believe the wrap works is to use it, right? You got to put it on. You're like, oh my gosh, this thing works. So I believe it. The only way to grow your business is by doing it. So blitz, wrap, repeat, that works. Steps to success, that works. But if you don't do that, you won't believe it and you won't believe in yourself. So if you'll just trust these guys up here, what they're telling you, it works.
Pun intended. I like it. I think you did it. That's good. That's good.
We're having Rachel Newkirk from Phoenix now. My belief honestly started from the moment I joined this business. When I make a choice, I make a choice. And it was just that fire in my heart and in my belly that I knew God was giving me. And even, if you guys know our story, he was horribly mean in the beginning. Made me cry more than anyone. And that was just a thing, as I just remember, I was like, I know God didn't bring me here for nothing. I have dreams, and my dreams are valid, and God wants to bless me with those dreams. And I just always kept in mind that how many people, when Jesus walked the earth, did not believe him. They didn't believe who he was. They went against him. They heard him, said things about him. But then look at the miracles that are still happening today because he believed and he knew what was true. And so that's just my thing is just make the choice. It is a choice. I'm not saying that even though when I began, I had that belief instantly. I still daily make the choice that this is where God wants me and this is where God's going to use me.
If you're in a seat here right now, and I'm talking to everybody in the room, even the ambassadors, presidentials, everybody here on the stage, you already know you have a dream. You guys know you can do better in life and move forward. And we love talking about dreams and dreaming bigger and just going for it. But that's the thing. We always end it with just go for it. You can live in the past, but the past doesn't matter. We all have different pasts on the stage, but we achieve the same goal, if not more. So it's time to act. Be in the present. Be here today. Turn off your phone. Get what you need from here today. Go home and do. Be in the present. I like that. Just do it.
I'm Taylor Rowling, and I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And I would say, like, for me, I've believed in the products from day one, but I didn't believe in myself. And so, after I just listened to what the company was telling us to do, I eventually believed in myself, and that's why, I'm here today. So I think it's just you have to develop the mindset for sure.
I like that. All right.
I'm Amy Spence from Springfield, Missouri, and from the very beginning, I believed in myself. So I did not, real talk here, I didn't believe in It Works, I didn't believe in the products, but I saw people changing their lives, and so I said, if she can do it, I can do it. So the belief in myself was there. That's why I went Ambassador Diamond in 13 months. But after I went Ambassador Diamond, I even tell my enroller, Allie, and Snatchy all the time, like, I'm still going to work my job. I was still a high school guidance counselor, even when I was promoted to ambassador. So for me, the belief in the company was, I got my contracts for the year, and I was going to sign it. I was going to be an Ambassador Diamond and be a guidance counselor. And the day prelims posted. And so I opened up prelims, I shut my office doors, my first ambassador check, and I had my contract on my desk, and my prelims was about $15,000 more than what I was going to go back to work for in a year. So that's when my belief in the company started, and then also... Just being honest with you guys, so then immediately I called my husband and I said, I'm quitting today, and I went to my principal. But then really my love for this business and my belief in my team is so many of our dreams are coming true because of It Works. Our daughter was born with a genetic disorder, and it is very expensive. And for me to be able to pay $3,000 a month for her to eat and drink her formula, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. Achieving your dream.
Bonnie L. Trudeau, St. Louis, Missouri. My belief is just knowing that it's the right company, and I think the reason is because God moves in this company so much. So just, if you're new in here and you've seen that firsthand, stand up. If you've seen some lives being changed, people giving back, anything that you've seen that you know that God's done in this company, stand up. And if you're new, look around. So you're in the right place. And if you haven't seen that yet, you just haven't been in this company long enough.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Schultz from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. My belief started pretty early on. My first team meeting was 6 people around a coffee shop table, and now our team meeting is about 250 people. So I want to tell you guys, you can create whatever team that you want. It's up to you to do it, though. So many people say, I'm the only person in my area, or I'm brand new. Well, guess what? So was I. And I just started small in a coffee shop, and then now we're in rooms like this with hundreds. So just stay consistent, and you will create whatever it is that you desire.
Mine is everybody up here is real. Some companies, you think that they're just parading people up in front of you, but once you actually get to know these people, it's real. So, it's true.
I'm Carrie. I'm from Small, South Dakota. My aha moment came when I was an executive and I went to an OTOM in Dallas, and they had all the rubies stand up, and all of them looked around. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many rubies. And they had all the diamonds stand up, and they had every ring stand up, and I'm like, I want to stand up, you know? And then Ambassador Diamond got on the stage, and she looked right at me. I'm like, she's looking at me, and she goes, if I can do this, you can do this. And I was like, and I went diamond 3 months later. So,
I like that.
I'm Courtney Laddie from Stratford, Oklahoma, and I joined about 13 months ago. I watched Courtney Board on social media for a whole year, and I wanted a $500 bonus. My husband's dad had just passed away at 42 from a brain aneurysm, and a lot of things were going on, and I wanted to spend more time with my family. I wanted $500 a month, and I joined and I went diamond in 3 weeks, and Jay Hooper, who's an Ambassador Diamond, announced me on one of her YouTube videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, she knows my name. And then after that, I was like, just wanted more, and momentum kicked in. I graduated with 30 people. I'm from a really, really small town, so I asked my husband, I went presidential, and I asked my husband one day, I said, did I even have friends before I joined this company? And he said, not any worth having. Yes, so the friendships you make and the lives that you can change are absolutely amazing, and that's like literally like what keeps us going.
I like that.
I'm from Martinsburg, Missouri, and my belief came to me when I hit diamond, and I was going to school full time, and I was able to quit my job and pay for my school in full, and it just, I don't know, it's just crazy being surrounded by so many other college students and realizing that this is not normal. I'm in something so incredible and so special, and that's when it really, really hit me.
So Ambassador Diamond is still in college, right? That's awesome. No
I'm Crystal Pearl from Scandia, Minnesota. And I think for me, it's definitely the corporate events. You know, we've been in this business almost 6 years now, so our first conference was about the size of this room. So just seeing where it came and where it's going and the vision for the company, you know, I love every time that we've been blessed to sit down with Mark, Mike, and Pam. You know, they have a plan for the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 50 years. And so just knowing that we're a part of something that's going to be here for a very long time. So work hard over these next couple of years and enjoy it. You know, it's so exciting.
Yeah, for me, it's the corporate events as well, getting in there and seeing like all these guys' stories. I mean, watching their stories, what made me believe that this can happen, because you get so caught up in your circumstances, like I can't do that. You know, I'm only from this is all I've got. And watching them change their circumstances helped me believe, helped us believe that we could do this. And so now we get to watch our teams just changing their circumstances. They believe that they can do this. They've seen it happen. They're going to make it happen. So just changing the circumstances, it's changed everything. So it's awesome.
Now you guys step up here so everybody over here can see as well on the last three.
So I'm Erin Tweed. I'm from Katy, Texas. My belief started, I went to Limelight, the conference, and I was a diamond. And one of the presidentials, it was at the after party, and she stopped and she grabbed my hand and she said, the Holy Spirit is pulling me towards you, and I know that you're going to be up on that stage next year. So she just had that belief, and you know, for me, I was thinking, how many energies did she have? Something's going on, I don't know. But you know, she had that belief in myself before I even did, and so I just always carried that on my shoulder, and that's, I think, what really pushed me to an ambassador.
I love it. Sometimes you got to borrow belief from somebody else. Jocelyn Yates.
One thing that was really hard for me when I first started this business was I looked at the steps to success and I thought to myself, I can't do that. That's too hard. I can't. And it wasn't until somebody said, well, why not? Why not just try it? Why not just see what happens? It wasn't until I asked myself, you're right, why not? Why should I not try for this $500 bonus? Why not try to get on this cruise? That's when everything changed.
I love that. I love that. All right. Last ambassadors right now, Tiffany and Cody Chapman.
Montgomery, Texas. My belief came, my first 2 or 3 weeks in the business, I was trying to figure out how to sell this to people, and I was feeling miserably, not talking to anybody. And when I finished my 4 wraps and I had my pictures side by side, a shy person that has a hard time talking to people, I couldn't shut up about it. And that belief and seeing that product work on myself, any haters, anybody that didn't believe in me or believe in our product, that has carried me through this 4.5 years because I know it worked on me, and then wrapping and seeing it work on other people. That is the key to this business. Get your results, and nothing can sway you.
I love that. Ours was, we were presidential diamond for 11 months, and then we started trying to train our way to the ambassador. Took us 3.5 years after that. My belief came at that point because we were trying to figure out why our check didn't go anymore. And so we went back on the green, I went back and looked at the numbers. Took 11 months. How many distributors and LCs divided by 11 months? We were 3.6 distributors and about 5.5 LCs is what we average over 11 months. So believe in the steps to success, and that'll get you to the level.
I like that. Let's give it up one more time for all those guys. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And, it all starts with the wrap. Right? When we say we wrap people, people go, well, what is that? Is that saran wrap? What kind of wrap are you talking about? It's this crazy wrap thing. And I can't think of a better person to kind of walk you through the party pad and what this crazy wrap thing does. I call her my younger sister, and I want you guys to give the biggest, craziest Arizona welcome to our Chief Networking Officer, Pam Sauer!
It brings me back to the year 2000. And in the year 2000, I was with a company I'd been with for 6.5 years, and I absolutely loved it. And I loved it for a couple of reasons. I loved it because it allowed me to make full-time income, spare time, and part-time while being a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom. Does anyone here have the desire to be a work-at-home mom? If you do, stand up. If you have the desire to be a work-at-home mom, let's give it up for all the moms.
I guess I am, but I desire it.
If you will allow us to open up your heart and come in and show you a way that that's a possibility by working spare time, part-time, around your family, you can do that with this industry. This beautiful industry called network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing. But most importantly, you've got to be with the right company. And you are with the right company with Networks Global. I can assure you of that. So back in 2000, I had been with the company for 6.5 years. I had built a huge business with that company, was absolutely in love with it. However, it changed. Leadership left, the owner sold it to a corporation, and the heart left. And I knew I could no longer be with that company. I knew it was no longer a viable opportunity. And so in November of 2000, I shut that business down. And it was a very emotional decision for me, but I did it. I told Dave, honey, I can't do this anymore. It's just not in my heart. I'm going to just hang out here through the end of November, the 1st of December, and figure it out in January what I'm going to do. And that was a really tough decision. You know, women, a lot of times we're very emotional. We stay in relationships too long. We stay in businesses too long when we should get out. And I've been with that company too long. And I'm so thrilled that I had the guts and the courage to do that. Because it wasn't 2 days later when a former sideline team member of that company, somebody not in my team, but somebody that we had trained each other's teams, we had worked together with that company, he called. He was getting ready to go on a project to Israel. He was going to be gone for 18 months. He was working with the church about an hour away from where I lived in Virginia. And he called because he overheard a conversation about a product that a team of doctors and scientists right in the heart of Mexico City, they had had that product for 12 years. And it was sold throughout Europe and Mexico in high-end med spas and salons. And upwards of $300 a treatment. $300 a treatment through massage therapy. And what they did is they made that formula so that they could put it on a cloth, fold the cloth up, put it in a baggie, and keep it fresh for a year so that you could do it on your own. And they said, you know what? We want to bring this product into one of the most vain countries in the world. We think that is the United States of America. See, they were in the heart of Mexico City. Just made sense to bring it into America, but since then we have found out that Italy is vain, France is vain. Anybody from Canada in the room? Yeah, Canadians love it too, don't they? So I got the phone call. Because we had been sideline team members. We had had fun together building that business. Have you met Friends for Life and It Works? Friends for Life, the best friends you could possibly meet within It Works. So when the phone call came, he started telling me about a formula that these doctors had developed. He overheard the conversation, didn't know a whole lot about it, but he said, I thought about you, Pam. I thought about you because you go to work. You go to work, and that's what they're looking for, somebody to bring this product into the United States. And it's a product that you put on, and it tones, it tightens, it firms, and it works in 45 minutes. And I thought about you because when you threw me that party the week before, you know how women are, we get together, and he said, you started talking about some problem areas. He said, mentioned the back fat fairy had come in and literally overnight injected fat into your back. Has anyone else ever had that happen? You know, you're thinking you're looking all good, and you look back and you're going, oh my God, that was not there yesterday. And so we had a laugh about that, and I'm not believing a word he's saying. Not a word he's saying. I'm like, there is nothing that you could possibly put on the body that would do that. A cloth with a formula on it? I said, I don't think so. Was anyone else in the room skeptical? Yeah. Do you think that people that you talk to today should be skeptical? Absolutely. They've never heard about a product like this. We couldn't even go to Google then. This is the year 2000. We couldn't go to Yahoo. There wasn't a website. There were not pictures, before and after pictures that I could go look at. There was nothing there except to visualize what he was talking about. I said, you know what? I need more information. Is there any way that I could get on the phone with whoever called? He said, let me see if I can line it up. So it wasn't but a couple hours later, I'm in the dining room, the phone rings, and you know, it had one of those long cables on it. Y'all remember those? The phone's attached to the wall. Anyone still have one? You can get rid of it. It's okay, unless it's attached to an alarm system. So I'm on the phone, I'm pacing like I'm doing now, and he's got on the other end of the line one of the lead doctors from Mexico who spoke no English, so I'm not sure why he was there. And then there was Luis Majaras. Do you all know Luis? Who knows Luis? Luis was born in Spain and raised and then migrated to Mexico. And then, this was the year 2000. He speaks much better English today. And then there's me. I'm from the South. Can you tell? So we're talking and they're telling me a little bit about it. Now, there was something interesting happening because what I noticed is Luis was excited. He was passionate. Can you tell when someone's passionate on the phone? I mean, he actually believed in what he was telling me. And so then he said, "Do you have any questions?" And I'm like, oh my gosh, questions. What would I ask? I mean, I want to sound intelligent here. So I thought, okay, what's in it? Isn't that a good question? Did you want to know what was in it? So I said, okay, what's in it? He goes, herbals. I'm like, herbals. It was much worse than that. I said, hairballs? Hairballs. And then he said, no, hairballs. I said, gerbils? And I'm thinking, well, that's organic, but that can't possibly be. And he goes, no, herbs. And I said, oh, like marijuana. Herbs. I know all about marijuana. I'm a product of the 70s. Anyone else? All the people from Colorado are out there still. Gerbils are in the product. You won't get your 10 loyal customers for the cruise points. And if you put that marijuana's in it, we'll sell out today. So through that phone call, I'm like, wow, I want to try this. This will work. This will work on my back fat. I want it. I mean, seriously, I got passionate. I got excited. And so they said, look, if you'll come down to Texas, we'll fly over. We'll meet for a couple days at one of our church friends' houses, and we'll hang out and talk about the product. And I'm like, I'm all over it. And then I realized I had a problem. I had Dave. And I told Dave, I'm just not going to do anything, until January. He was very, very excited about that because I worked really hard, and he's looking forward to the holidays. And so I went in and I said, honey, because that's what we say in the South, honey, I'm going down to Texas to meet with these doctors from Mexico. They got this hairball marijuana product. And it's going to help me with my back fat. I thought, no way. I said, well, I've already bought my ticket. So don't we do that, ladies? And who bought their kit and then told their spouse? Yeah, that's what we do. It's just a part of how we were born and raised. So, I fly down for 3 days. We're talking about the product. I'm so excited. I'm seeing some before and after pictures. I hear the history of the product, the history of the company. And, I just want it. They showed me a box of it. They would let me touch it, and then they would take it back. It was a box that was all pink and blue, and it was written in Spanish. And in that box were 3 cloths. Just 3 cloths. That's all. And I'm like, wow. I really want to try this. And so at the end of the conversation, at the end of the 3 days, we came to an agreement that I could try the product. And if I got the results that I wanted, that we could perhaps work together, bring the product into the United States, figure out a way to market it, and get this thing started. And so I walked away with that box of product. And I'm flying to catch my flight. I'm running a little bit late. And I've got a cell phone. This is, again, back in 2000, as big as this microphone. And I'm calling all my girlfriends, and I'm saying, oh my gosh, I got this box. It's got the 3 wraps. I told you a little bit about it. I'm going to be a size 2 by the end of this box. I met with the doctors. I mean, my gosh, the formulators were just all over it. And they really believe in what they have, and they're like, I want it, I want to try it. And I'm like, you actually want it. It's like the first time ever friends of mine wanted anything that I had besides my husband, Dave. The first time ever. And they're actually calling me after I hung up and saying, how many do you have? And I'm like, 3, that's it. And so they gave me a couple of instructions. They said, now this is what we want you to do. We want you to target an area, a problem area. And Louise said, Palm, we think that's your stomach. I'm like, don't tell people what you think the problem is. Because I've still never forgiven Louise for that. And don't we look at people differently? Like the pilot will come out of the cockpit at the end of the flight, and I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, oh, I could so do something with that neck. Tighten that neck up, you come out of that cockpit, you looking better than ever. and you're walking around, you're at the coffee shop, somebody walks by and you go, oh, if I could get a hold of those guys. Let me get a hold of those guys. And then in Florida, we have a lot of aging population, and I just want to wrap everybody's arms so bad. I could change their life. They'd wear sleeveless tops again. Don't we feel that way? Like we can really help people? I've always loved this product. So they said, put it on your problem area, wear one for 45 minutes, wait 72 hours, put on another one, wait 72 hours, put on another one, and don't form an opinion until you use all 3. And that makes sense, doesn't it? Don't form an opinion until you use all 3. And then they said one other thing. We want you to be positive. We want you to feel like the product will work. And I thought that is the strangest thing I've ever heard. It must have something to do with those herbs. And I thought, wow, all right, I'm going to try it on my problem area, my stomach. So I'm going to get home, and I'm going to have Dave there, and I'm going to have our son Adam. Adam's 32 today. And I'm going to have my daughter Kay. This was the year 2000, and Dave is going to be there. I want him to watch, and I'm like, gosh, I need somebody positive. So I invited my most positive friend Patty over for reinforcement. And so I'm thinking, is this really that easy to put on? Is it really that easy? The first time that you tried it, it seemed complicated, didn't it? Or the first time you thought about it. So let's go to the next slide, because this is what I found. That all I had to do was open up the baggie and take it out and unfold it. Now, how many did not unfold it the first time? Right here. Did it still work? Just had a little dent. Yeah. She said it still worked, but it's just a small area. Did you unfold it the next time and it worked better? Yes, she did. Anybody else? Just one brave enough person to raise their hand. Right here. Did it still work? Little dent? Yeah. Gosh, and they're like set together. It must be that row. So I unfolded it, and here's all the places you can put it. When you think about it, this product is absolutely incredible. We do not realize that we will probably in our lifetime ever see another product like this. Ever in our lifetime. I don't think that we fully grasp what we have our hands on. When you can put a product on as simply as this, anywhere that you want from the neck down, and leave it on for 45 minutes. And let's go to the next slide. And this is what it does. Think about it. Think about it. And this is what it does. This picture was taken actually by my daughter, Kay. This girl was 8 months post-pregnancy. Look at that. What could possibly do that? The wrap. The wrap. And if you're not out telling everyone that you meet about this product, you're doing them an injustice. Everyone should know about this product. So I'm standing in my kitchen with an unfolded wrap, and I put it across my tummy, and I stood and did not move for 45 minutes because I didn't know if I could. So I stood still, and it's starting to get cool. Who gets cool when they wear it? Who gets warm? Who gets cool and warm? Yeah, that's what I do. I'm cool and warm. And so I'm standing there for 45 minutes waiting to see what my results are, and Dave starts looking down here. And I'm like, why are you staring down there? And he goes, well, is stuff going to come out? I'm like, I don't think so. But then I started thinking, but where does it go? Have you ever thought about that? Where does it go? I mean, you've seen it work. Where did it go? I mean, I think that's the most profound question to ask Louise. Everyone that sees them next time, say, where does it go? Don't do that. So I wait 45 minutes, I take it off, I'm still all there. I'm still all there. Dave just walks out of the room, didn't say a word. Adam's right on his heel. Kay is going, Mom, it's going to work. And Patty's going, give me one of those things. I'm more positive than you are. So I wait 72 hours. I put it on again, take it off. I'm still all there. My skin looks a little bit better. I go to bed that night. The alarm clock goes off, get the kids off to school. I jump up. I stop, just like this. And I look in the bed because I know part of me is still there. Do you realize how excited I was when I knew that it worked? See, I was smaller. I felt smaller. And that is the most incredible feeling. It's much better than waking up feeling bigger. And I felt so small and so tight and so firm and so excited that I started calling my girlfriends at 6:30 in the morning and saying, this stuff works. It really works. You've got to try it. And they wanted it. And I called Louise that afternoon. I said, Louise, send me 500 boxes of that stuff. I need 499 for me and one for my girlfriend Patty. And I mean, I got that product in and I started wrapping people and the results started coming and it was nuts what was happening. And this is before camera phones, so a lot of it was just visual, but people were getting it. It was simple, it was easy. They could put it on, they would get results, and I knew that this was the perfect product for our industry, direct sales network marketing. I knew it. I knew this product, if I could get it in the homes and get it on people, I knew that they would either want to be a customer or a distributor. And I knew it would be fun. And I wanted to do something that was fun. I wanted to bring a new product to market. I was just so thrilled that I had the opportunity to be the first one to try it. And so I kept thinking, okay, I know what my gifts are. My gifts are to be out in the field. I wanted to be that first rap girl. You know what? You're that first rap girl. You're that first rap guy. Do you know that you still are? When you think about it, you're that first rap person that anybody in your friends typically knew, or family. And so I wanted to be that. I wanted to get out in the field. I wanted to build the field. And kept asking, who do you know? Who do you know? Who can build the infrastructure of this company? Don't you need shipping? Don't you need customer service? Don't you need support? Don't you need compliance? Well, not really, but we have to have it. Don't you need that? Yes. And so a name kept popping up. And so I called that name because that name had a lot of integrity. That name I knew from that prior company. See, that guy, when that company started going sideways, they went to a lot of the team members of that company, the top money earners. They said, if you'll go around saying this and this, and they refused to do that. They knew that that wasn't true. Because they remained in integrity at that point in their life, which cost them a ton of money to remain in integrity, they got the phone call. And that is your CEO and his wife, Mark and Cindy Pentecost. And I still to this did. They tried the product. They kept calling friends. They said, don't come back to Michigan without it. And so we started the company in 2001, the early part, launched officially in March. And I'm that first wrap person getting out there wrapping people. And then we started building our compensation plan. And if you go to the next slide, we did something totally different than a lot of companies. We said a lot of people want to be customers first. This is a brand new product that we're bringing to market. People want to try it. How many of you were customers first? Aren't you glad we had that program? And so we have a loyal customer program where you can try products of ours for up to 40% off. And the only thing that we ask you to do is to at least try them once a month for 3 months. That's the agreement. And we're going to give you monies back on every dollar that you spend. We're going to give you towards free product. Isn't that cool? It's like, how about you go to Target? You talk to the management team there and you say, hey, I come in here every single month, if not every week. If I come back every month for 3 months in a row, will you give me up to 40% off my car? What do you think Target would say? They would laugh, just like you, right? They can't afford to do it because they're a brick and mortar company. See, we can afford to do that. Now, what I love about loyal customers, it increases your volume, doesn't it? And customers are the lifeblood of our business. The lifeblood. We're putting in thousands and thousands every day. And so we started with that crazy wrap, then we added that incredible product called Defining Gel. Yeah. Helps maintain and enhance your results. Then we added the Fat Fighter. We were taking those last night. Then the facial. Then our skincare line. Be careful with the wow. I'm at the airport leaving, and I'm at the Delta counter, and the girl's really looking at me funny. It's really funny. She calls her friend over and
White face. Oh.
I thought, I must look really good. But it was an odd look, so I walk away and I check my little magnifying mirror, and I got this white powder stuff.
My mom
I
gets
was a
it.
little crazy on the wow. So I'm so glad I got caught that before I went through TSA. I might not be here today. I love the wow. What about greens? You love greens? How about cleanse? You can hear more from Dr. Don on our products. So let's go to the next slide, please. So then we developed a compensation plan that I feel is the strongest in the industry. And how do I feel it? How do I know that? How do I know that? Because of what you're earning. How many of you, please stand up, that have gotten a check or actually money deposited in your account with It Works Global? Please stand up. That is unheard of in this industry. Now, keep standing if you've had a comma. Unheard of. Let's give it up for the commas. Thank you all so much. So, we took a very complex compensation plan. And you know, in the industry, I always want to know, just tell me how to make money. Tell me how to make money. Are you like that? I just want to know how to unlock the compensation plan. Well, you do it with these 3 simple steps. You're going to join the party. And you're going to join the party with us by investing $99 in your business. And with that investment, you're going to get a box of wraps, and that box contains 4 wraps. And we market those in the United States for $25 a piece. So your return on investment is already $100. You're also going to get samples of that Defining Gel that I spoke about. You're going to get marketing materials. You're going to get a working website that you can attract people to for shopping. And on the back end of that, you're going to be able to take training. You're going to have be able to track your entire organization of customers and distributors. And you're going to get all of that for $99. All of that for $99. And every month, you're going to invest back in your business. You're going to do that through an 80 BV auto ship or 150 BV in product sales. It's as simple as that. And you're on your way to being what is called commission qualified. Commission qualified. And that means you're qualified to earn commissions each and every month by going to the next slide and completing part of step 2. Step 2 are wrap rewards. For every 2 loyal customers that you bring on board throughout your career with It Works Global, you're going to receive a box of wraps that you can purchase actually for $25. So your return on investment is $75. I love wrap rewards. And when you bring on board your first 2 loyal customers, you are commission qualified to earn fast start bonuses and to earn monthly commissions. And fast start bonuses are $100. And how many of you have received a fast start bonus? That is incredible. That is for helping a new team member get started. 4 loyal customers will also take you into step 3, which is Go Ruby. Within your first 60 calendar days, you will be qualified through customers to earn a $500 Ruby bonus once you build to Ruby. And that's by helping 3 people get started by joining the party, wrap rewards, and starting on their own Ruby bonus. And those are 3 simple steps. And when you go to the next slide, you're going to see that those steps help you build these average monthly incomes. These are average monthly incomes. And when you look at distributors, what we did is we took a sweep. We went through the computer one day. We took a sweep of every distributor in the company. Some had just started that minute. Some had started that day. Some had been on board a month, maybe 2 months. They're just getting started. They haven't promoted yet. They may have a customer. They may have a distributor. So this is what they earn on average per month. On average. And then you look at executive. An executive is someone that has not completed the steps to success, those first 3 steps. However, they have brought on 2 team members and are helping them get started. Completing step 1, step 2, and moving on to step 3. This is very spare time income. Very spare time. When you look at it, that's an extra $231 each and every month on average. And then you look at Rubies. Rubies have completed those 3 simple steps to success. They have earned a Ruby bonus if they did that within 60 calendar days of $500. However, that's a bonus. That is a bonus. That is insignificant when you think about this. Every month, on average, you mean I can work spare time and earn an extra $497? Do you know that most bankruptcies would not happen if that household had an extra $300 to $500 coming in each and every month? I'd love for you to go back to work on Monday and you could say to your employer, hey, if I work spare time, just to give you a few more hours every single month, could I get a raise of $497? What do you think they would say? They would laugh, right? And then you look at Emerald. See, in Emeralds, they're on their way. And Emerald knows how to create a business as well because they promoted to Ruby and then they helped 2 people go Ruby. They became an Emerald. Look at the average, $794. And then Emeralds very quickly promote into Diamond. And at Diamond, you don't have to call Mark or myself to ask because you're going to get automatically 2 bonuses. You're going to get 2 raises automatically. One is you're going to get an extra 2% on all your volume. You're also going to earn an extra $80 per person that comes to your organization once you start recruiting again as a diamond. I've got Black Diamond Cammie Dempsey up here. Let's pretend you recruited her. Would y'all like that? Let's say that you're diamond and you recruit Cammie the day that you promote. Cammie comes on board. She's a go-getter. She starts bringing people in right away. She gathers her first 4 customers in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. How many of you have gathered 4 loyal customers? So it's doable, isn't it? Absolutely. And then Cammie went to work. She started building. She wanted that ruby bonus. So she recruited this entire row. You look, she's got Joel and Stephanie Dunn up here. Black diamonds. And so Cammie very quickly teaches them those steps to success. They start enrolling customers right away. They start enrolling distributors right away. So because Cammie's a diamond, and she's helped them at least get two loyal customers, not helping them by giving them to her, helping them by coaching them, by leading them. So right here, Mary Beth, hundreds. Fast start bonus plus an $80 bonus as a leadership bonus. 100 for every person she personally sponsors here, plus 80. So it's 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Don't look so surprised, it happens. And then they're all crazy coming on board. They're excited. They complete step 1 on their way to completing step 2 and on their way to completing step 3. They start promoting and working with the next 2 rows. Because they're in Cammie's diamond business, she earns 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Through unlimited levels. Who wants to go diamond? That's why you see the increase here, and then double diamond, you're going to get another raise, 120, 120, 120. Triple, 135, 135, 135. Presidential, 145, 145, 145. Ambassador, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150. You don't count sheep anymore when you need this. 80, you just love that word. 120, 120, 120, 120, 120. I love it. I love it. These are leadership bonuses, and they're through unlimited levels. Unlimited levels. You know, I have the opportunity to know these people really, really well. And you've already heard from our Ambassador Diamonds. But wouldn't you love to hear from someone that's not even on this chart? Would you love to hear from what are called black diamonds? Okay, in order to be a black diamond, and there's no chart for that because it's just so big. It's just so vast. Earnings, your personal earnings, need to be $100,000 or more per month for 6 months in a row. Yeah, you heard me right. $100,000 a month per month for 6 months in a row, and that qualifies you as Black Diamond. Let's bring up Cammie Dempsey and hear her story. Get on your feet.
Not normal for me, and I'd be the one that also fell off the stage trying to come up the front side. So I am so excited to be here. What a crowd. Hello, Phoenix, Arizona. So my name is Cammie, and I have been with It Works for a decade. I cannot believe it. Almost a decade, or almost 10 years, 10 and a half years. And it has just flown by. It has been the best thing that has ever happened to me other than my children and God. It is the most wild adventure you'll ever go on in your entire life. But here's the deal. I never saw this for my life. I was actually doing a 3-way call with a future team member yesterday and was kind of talking about how I found this crazy rap thing. And I said, you know, my parents got into direct sales in the 90s and did really, really well and changed our family's financial future forever. Changed our family's legacy. But it wasn't, and so while I loved it and I respected what they did, it wasn't anything I saw for my life. See, all I ever wanted was to be a professional basketball player myself. And when that dream died, I wanted to coach and teach. And so I did that. I went to college for 5 years. I got my first teaching job. I started coaching varsity basketball just like I wanted to. I was the head of the program. And just living all my dreams. I couldn't imagine life any differently. Now, we were not living extravagantly by any means at that point. However, when I found out I was expecting Landon, my first child, things changed for me. Things shifted. Now, it was really nice to hear Pam say, can you imagine sponsoring Cami? And she got her 4 customers in 2 seconds. That was not my reality. I actually joined and didn't sign one distributor for 6 months. Not for 6 months. So I guarantee I was not that person that you were like, oh, I found a rock star. You were like, oh, there's my dead leg, Cami. But you know what? I showed up to meetings. I kept trying. I kept reading my personal development. For me, it wasn't a matter of if this was going to work. It was a matter of when this was going to work. And It Works is not the same company today that it was a decade ago. I'm so glad that Mark and Cindy and Pam are who they are because I bought into the vision that they were casting, and it has done everything they have said and then some. And guess what? We're just getting started. And I remember that dream where you said we were in like a coliseum. So I am still waiting for that day because I know that it's going to happen. And someone said to me the other day, you're doing so well because you were one of the first ones in. And I said, well, I actually wasn't one of the first ones in, but yes, I did get in a long time ago. But I said people are joining today and making and doing what we have done, what I have done in a decade, in a matter of months, in a year, in a couple years. So the timing is just so much greater. And I believe today is the day to join this company. And maybe you joined 2 years ago, but you still haven't just made that shift in your mind yet or decided to go all in. It's not too late. You can do that today. And it takes something like this, I believe, to truly help you make that shift. My quiet time this morning was with Joel Osteen. I started doing the I Declare again. And today it was about, when is the last time you have believed in someone? When is the last time you've told somebody, I believe in you. You can do this. You are worth more. You can be more than you ever thought possible. Maybe they have an idea and you say, yes, go try it. I believe in you. You can do it. And I'm reading that, and I'm like, if I wouldn't have had those people in my life, I would not be here today. If I didn't have those people that said to me, Cami, you can do this. Cami, you are stronger than you think you are. Cami, God made you for more. Yes, you're a teacher and a coach, but you are not a teacher and a coach in a traditional setting. You will never impact the number of lives that your heart desires to impact in the traditional teaching setting as you will be able to in this crazy rap vehicle. And so while it was never my dream to be a rap girl, when Pam called me 8 years ago and said, we're going to start partying, I said, I'm not partying. I did not sign up to do home parties. No, I'm not. She said, oh, yes, we are. Listen, trust me. And, this just keeps getting bigger and better and sweeter. And the more that It Works grows, the more lives we're changing. And it's because you're saying yes. So number one, I want to tell you, congratulations for saying yes today to being here. Danielle and Sarah have worked their tushes off to make this event a life-changing event for many of you in this room. And while sometimes we make a decision, hey, today's going to be different, that doesn't always pan out. But I can promise you, when you're up here on stage, you'll be able to look back in your mind and go, I will never forget when I was sitting in that room at that convention center in Phoenix, Arizona, and I made the decision that day that life would never be the same for me, and I was settling, and God had so much more for my life. That was the day that I chose to change my life. That was the day that people told me, yes, I can, and yes, I am worth it. And I'm here to tell you today, because Joel Osteen said I had to do this today, I believe in you. And I want this for you. And Pam wants this for you. Mark wants this for you. Cindy wants this for you. Mike and Tiffany, they all believe in you, or we wouldn't be here today to pour everything we have into you and tell you that you are worth it. And all you need are the steps to success. All you need is to blitz, rap, and repeat. Follow the 5 fundamentals of the party. And to continue to invest in your mind consistently every single day. Success doesn't happen in a day, it happens day by day. And you keep doing what you're doing right here today, and you will be on the stage as a black diamond making multi-millions every year.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Wow, baby, I'm worth it. And you for Black Diamonds, Joel and Stephanie.
Smart man.
I'm one half of the Joel and Stephanie Dunn. This is the better half. So, gosh, it's been 6.5, almost 7 years now. But the thing that I want you guys to understand is it just seems like yesterday. We were doing everything we were taught to do right. Go to school, get grades, some of us better than others. Just saying. Get jobs, work those jobs for 40 years. How many understand that the 40-year plan no longer exists? I don't think any of our parents retired and got a gold watch. Then it was, we wanted more. So we started studying and looking at things like franchises, rental properties, because those were all the things that successful people did. So on the outside, we looked super, super successful. And then in 1998, the economy crashed, and we found ourselves losing our house, losing our rental properties, losing our franchises, and standing in line at churches to get food. And there's this great thing that came out called Craigslist, so we were actually selling everything inside of our house at that time too, just so that we had the money left over so that we didn't lose the house that we were living in. So we had this huge gray cloud, and the thing was, is me and Stephanie knew we were made for more. We weren't made to live this default lifestyle that everybody seemed to be living at that time. I mean, at that time there was $99 bankruptcies plastered everywhere you go. It'd be on every single post. You'd be sitting at a stoplight and be like, oh, hey, why don't we call that one? They can help us. And it was about that time that God took an amazing company that had been around for 8 years at that time. Do you understand that? When we found about It Works, it was 8 years in the making. So if you're here today, understand that everything culminated to this specific day for you to be here so that you can go out and change your life with this amazing, amazing business.
So some of you may not have known our story and just see how they're lucky. They're so lucky. And you don't see the full story. So that's why we love to share that, because I looked like this on the outside, but on the inside we were broken. And I was like, this can't be my life. I didn't think this is how it was going to be. And so I was really depressed and wanted to go get my hair done. And that's when we found the wrap. And we tried it and it worked. So immediately we knew there was belief right from the get-go that the wrap worked. I don't know who said the wrap. I think it was Tiffany Chapman said, you try the product, it works, right? That's all you need. I was like, okay, let me just see if I can get myself skinny then. It's really all I wanted to get started. And Joel did not think that.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. We got skinny in 45 minutes. I'm like, okay, so let me get this right. Owen will sell a child kidney, not pay an electrical bill. I just bounced a check from my account to her so that we could write a check to pay for these. We're gonna be millionaires.
I'm glad it felt like that. So I was nothing special. I didn't see that. I didn't get good grades. That's why Joel said grades. I didn't go to college. And I felt like the odds were against me. It was already written that it looked like that. But what I had was a choice. And so when you see people up here, you may say they're no different than you, but they are. They have more drive, more determination.
They don't look at a no and let it bother them. People are going to tell you no. They have their blinders on and they know exactly where they're going to be. So they're hungry, they're humble, and they're going to go after it. I'm thinking, what's my other word? It's an H. No. Book I just read on the plane too.
Hustle.
Hustle. I should know that. So they're hungry, they hustle, and yet they're humble. And that's what I believe that every one of the top earners and VIPs have. And that's what you need to have with this. So I don't have a background of speaking. I remember thinking, oh my God, I gotta be like Cammie Dempsey, or there's no way she's got her shit together. Sorry, she did. And I'm like, I don't think I can do that. But what I love about this is nobody ever judged me. I just got to work, and I just focused on what we needed to do. So really, when Cammie was talking about the 3 steps, that's truly all I've ever done. That's all you will ever see. I don't tell you, I show you, and you will always see that. And luckily, Joel is really good at capturing those moments, because that's what you should be doing, showing your team, get to work, do those steps to success over and over, and how quickly do you want to get there? Because nobody's holding you back. You're the one that is in control.
Guys, this truly is the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game in real life. Do you guys understand where you're at right now?
That's a good point.
How many of us are in here? Like 2,700, and the Phoenix general area is like 4.5 million? With all suburbs. I mean, scratch. Just go out and talk to some people. But know this. I want to give you the confidence today that you can go out and sign up any single person that you talk to. The reason why is that God put you in here for a reason. There is a hurting world out there right now. We were hurting, and there's somebody out there hurting just like us that was given this opportunity. You are the person that's going to change their life. You're the person that's going to change the legacy of their family, because God put you in this room for a reason. He put you in here for today, and that's to go out and leave here today and change somebody's life next week. Who is with me?